U.S. credit card borrowing up at a 3-month high. And I did a little more research on that. I asked the question of where is, the U.S. credit card market today compared to previously? And so this is the response that I got. It said, credit card usage is up in the U.S. in 2024. Credit card debt in the first quarter of 2024 was in the $1.12 trillion range, a 13.1% increase year over year between the third quarter of 2022 and the third quarter of 2023. Credit card debt increased by 16.6% during that time period. And from there, it's up 13.1%. The average American's credit card balance also increased from $5,733 in the first quarter of 2023 to $6,218 in the first quarter of 2024. And it sounds like, based off of this article that came out from Yahoo Finance, that we're continually increasing
$7 billion
in debt.
Yeah, it was okay. You want to kick off the article a little bit, or you want me to dig into it?
Well, you put it in here. I think you're a little bit more familiar with the article itself. But
so just like you said, piggybacking off of that, Bloomberg puts this out. Total credit outstanding rose $11.4 billion after a revised $6.5 billion gain in April, according to the Fed's data. The median forecast in a Bloomberg survey of economists called for a $9 billion increase in May. So revolving credit for consumers, which includes credit cards, advanced $7 billion, also the most in 3 months. So non-revolving credit, such as loans, vehicle purchase, and school tuition, increased $4.3 billion. So to what Samson's point is just that the borrowing is increasing. And that, if you want to sum it up, borrowing is increasing.
Well, and just echoing what the previous clip was talking about, right, where the consumer is getting tapped out.
Yeah.
Again, the cost for school, living, food, that's the real gap. Gas, what else? Vehicles, insurance, all of the taxes, property taxes have gone up.
Mm-hmm.
All of those things are adding up, and that's actually what's causing this gap.
Well, and one thing important to note in this article, too, is it says that the Fed's report Monday showed that borrowing rates on credit cards that charge interest rose to 22.76%. And a 60-month loan from a commercial bank for a new vehicle purchase is at 8.2%.
Yeah, that's high.
That's high, yeah. So,
again, like the burden isn't necessarily, like for us as entrepreneurs, the game is to just play the game. Yeah, outlast, play the game. Get better at marketing, prune your budget where you can, cut fees where you can. One of the things that we're looking at right now is our processing fees.
Right.
How do we cut processing fees? How do we roll up all our insurance from general liability and commercial property in order to reduce that line item? And, I think potentially between processing fees and insurance, I can add $50,000 back to our bottom line, which is crazy with the amount of processing that we're doing. So that will always be a part of the game, but who's really feeling it is our employees,
right?
Because they're living in this economy that's just getting more expensive, and it's not like we can just shove more money down their throat. Right. So, it's going to be. Those are the dark days that are ahead. Retaining your talent, keeping them busy and employed with work or jobs or income.
Is there something to do to get ahead of it, or not get ahead of it, but to prepare, so to speak? To navigate that maybe in a more...
Well, some of what I'm talking about, like obviously you need to be analyzing all your expenses and looking for ways to cut expenses as much as possible. You need to be investing into your marketing in order to increase your market share, right? And scale effectively, drive more lead flow and lead volume. Get better at your offer, selling, closing, automation, servicing the customer, because the customer is experiencing the same thing, right? And so if they don't feel the service meets the price, then they're gone, right? So we got to continue to love on them and just do the basic fundamentals of business really, really great. Because candidly, right now, there's a lot of just really bad business owners out there and operators out there right now because they've been able to do that because there's not better provider. We see it in construction and contracting all the time where the quality of the product is just crap.
Right.
And there's nobody out there to replace them. So they just continue to persist. And so there's always somebody that's going to come up behind you with a better opportunity or a better idea or better service. And so now is the time to really lean into that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there was a story I didn't cover that is a perfect testament of that. So you know the company Zen, the pouches.
Oh, Zen, yeah.
Zen, the Zen. What do they call it?
I thought you said Zen, like hum.
Yeah.
Zen.
One of the things they're seeing is just competitors coming in left and right because right now their demand is so high they can't meet it.
Right.
But it's opened an opportunity for competitors to step in.
I've actually seen, being a workout fitness junkie.
Yeah.
I've seen a pre-workout pouch. Pop it in. It's got like creatine, some caffeine in it. I thought about it.
Yeah,
but
try it.
I used to chew tobacco.
That's right.
And I don't even want to mess around with that.
Yeah, I was going to see if it works.
Yeah. So I don't even want to put anything in my lip like that.
Yeah, I don't blame you.